it's Amy Tangerine. Welcome back to my channel. Halloween is coming up so fast, so to get into the spirit, I thought it would be great to share a fun, spooky craft with you. I'm going to show you how to make this DIY Halloween frame that's easily interchangeable for your special memories. It's perfect for showing off photos of your kids or pets wearing their cute Halloween costumes or making jack-o'-lanterns with family and friends. Ready to craft with me? Let's get started. As for supplies, we will be using a frame. This one is 5x7 and has a mat to 4x6. A 4x4 square picture. This Halloween printable, just printed on regular copy paper. A pair of scissors, a pencil, adhesive, and a sheet of paper. Remember, everything is listed in the description box below. Open up your frame and remove all the pieces except for the glass. We will use the back of the frame as a template, so grab your piece of paper and put it onto your table. Position the back of the frame like so in the corner of the sheet of paper. Then you'll want to grab your pencil and trace along the edges. I lifted up that little back flap so I could get a perfect rectangle. Grab your scissors and cut along the pencil line. You could definitely use a paper trimmer instead, but I just had these scissors handy. You'll want to also cut this bottom strip off as well. Next, take the small strip that you just cut and fold it in half. We are basically creating a place where the photo can rest inside, so this frame is interchangeable for sliding photos into. Grab the mat and the photo. Because I know I want my picture to be at the top of the mat, I'm simply measuring, or eyeballing, I should say, to see where it will ideally be. Once I decide on the placement, I can take the adhesive and glue the back part onto the piece of paper. You could do either way, putting the glue on the 5x7 sheet or on the folded strip. Then I will unfold it so that I can have the tape runner go across it, leaving just a little bit of space on the paper at the top for the photo to rest on. Fold it back down. You can also double check by placing your picture into that little slot. Now place your mat on top of it and let's get to choosing which pieces of the printable you want to include. You likely do the same thing, which is cutting around the pieces just to separate it from the big sheet first, and then fussy cutting around each one. It feels easier this way to move the paper around to snip in a more detailed way. You can choose to leave a border or cut directly right onto the watercolor background. I recommend 2 to 3 pieces fitting into this frame, but choose as many as you'd like. You can always use the extras for different paper projects, like scrapbooking or card making. Not sure why it feels so gratifying sometimes to make little discoveries along the way when you're playing around with paper. There's also some type of therapeutic, satisfying, and relaxing feeling when you're cutting. Wouldn't you agree? As I was placing these, I want to show you a fun little discovery I made. I cut along the edges of the spider web so that it could overlap onto the house piece. When you're taking the pieces and figuring out where you want them to go, allow yourself to get creative or just copy exactly what I'm doing here. The rules are yours to make. Make this as easy on yourself as possible. Life is hard enough. These types of crafts definitely should not be. The crafty process should always be fun and freeing. Look at how cute that turned out. I love how that fit right into there. And I think this looks good, except I might have to trim off a little bit. I definitely know that this one is going to go down, so I'm adding adhesive to the back and placing it onto the mat as well as the back a little bit. And now I'm trimming off the top of the orange there. Once I have the placement, then I'll glue everything down, and I want to make sure that everything is secured. Let's see, this might need a little bit of wiggling. There we go. Before I show you the final results, I'm taking some of the other parts of the printable and putting them into places in my planner. I have the October monthly spread here, and there are some boxes down below that don't have anything in them, so those ghosts are going right there. This is a bit of a catch-all page, so I'm putting the pumpkin here next to Juniper's drawing and some tags from random toys. And last but not least, this pumpkin with the candles. We have a lot of birthdays in October, so it's going right here. Final touches on this would simply be adding adhesive to the mat. If you want your photos to be interchangeable so you can switch them out, be sure not to add any glue to the top part. That way it slides out nicely and then slides back in like so. Now you have a sweet new Halloween frame. Let me know in the comments what photo you're planning on putting in. Give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more fun craft ideas. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a safe and super fun Halloween.